Hi friends! Welcome to Tori Talks TV. Welcome to our Fab Five. Today's Fab Five is the top 5 best supporting characters from Game of Thrones, one of the best television shows ever. So when I was figuring out my top 5, I had like 20 people.
Oh, wow.
How do you narrow it down to 5? There were so many good supporting characters.
This is true.
So
It was hard.
we had to figure out the best ones though, and I feel good about it. So I'm going to go first with my number 5, okay?
Okay.
So my number 5 is Cutie Patootie Podrick Payne.
Oh.
You know, the noble squire that just wanted to learn, you know, to be a knight. You know, and he was like Brienne's sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he started as a boy, and he was so lovable and cute and sweet. What is it about him that is just so appealing? And he's like really cool. He's right. I mean, he never seems to like lose his cool. Yeah.
He's very loyal.
Loyal.
I think that's very endearing.
I agree with you. Yeah, and apparently he's got some mad skills in the bedroom.
Mhm.
Can't forget that.
Little mystery.
I know. That it's a man of mystery. That's why I love him so. But I just think like, you know, didn't have a lot of lines or a lot to do, but what he served his purpose, and he was loyal and faithful to Brienne.
And he sings.
And boy, does he
Oh,
sing.
beautiful.
That was, yeah. Just boost that up even more, yeah.
Mhm.
So, what's your number 5?
So my number 5 is Syrio Forel. Remember him?
Aww.
So remember Arya really wanted to fight, and so finally Ned was like, okay, I'm going to have somebody teach you. And he's just so cool. He taught her with that wooden sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then the famous, like one of my favorite lines from the whole series came from him.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say to the god of death? Not today.
Not today.
And he like sacrificed himself to save her.
Because he's like, go.
He's one of my favorite characters
Yeah.
of the show. Only in it for that first season.
Right. But he made his mark.
Yes.
I mean, that line went all the way through to the end.
What would
so.
she have done without him?
No, seriously.
Very
She
important.
is Arya because of him.
Yes.
The Arya that we know and love and admire. Yeah. That was a really good one. Okay, we're going to move on now to our number 4s.
Okay.
So my number 4 is Tormund, Giantsbane.
Mhm.
Because mostly the comic relief that he brought to this show. He started off very serious because, you know, he was, you know, part of like Mance Raider's, I don't know, army or whatever. He was like against Jon Snow, but always really funny. And ever since he started having his little crush on Brienne is when I was like, oh, I can get on board with this guy. And he made it all the way through to the end. And he is like off riding into the sunset with Jon, his BFF. And yeah, I just think he's a really cool character. And, you know.
He's going to be in the spinoff.
Oh,
no, I'm just
with
kidding.
him and
No,
Ghost?
I'm kidding.
I
could
hope they
imagine
make
it
that.
as a possibility.
Oh my
because
gosh,
of
he
Ghost.
should get his own
Right?
show.
Like
Yeah.
a buddy spinoff with him and Jon.
Yeah,
Tormund
with
and Jon.
Ghost.
Yes.
We can't forget
Yes.
Ghost. Yeah. So just thanks so much for the comic relief and for being, you know, so cool. So that's my number 4.
Okay.
And your number 4?
My number 4 is Osha.
Oh yeah.
Osha.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where would we be without Osha? Well, who would be the king?
Right.
Who knows? Because she saved the little lords.
She sure did.
And then she like sacrificed herself. Remember she like and Ramsay
killed her.
Yes, I remember when we first met her, I was like, whoa, she's a little much for me.
Oh yeah, she's a little crude. She's a wildling, right?
Yeah.
So
And in true like Game of Thrones fashion, they like developed her and I wound up really loving her. Of course they took her away.
Of course they did.
But she's good.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh,
saved her. I just love the way she would say the little lords.
Oh yeah, that's true.
One of my favorite scenes with her is when they're in the crypt at Winterfell, and it's after Theon burns the boys at the farm, and we don't know that the boys are alive, and then we see that she has like, I think that might have been the moment that I was like, oh, I love her.
Best nanny ever. That's
Osha.
a super good one. Yeah. Oh, Osha, I miss you. Okay. Very good. Let's go to our number 3s. So my number 3 is the lovely and beautiful Missandei.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I love her. You know, I mean, she's the definition of support, right? So she was originally like the slave who like served as the interpreter to the masters of Astapor, and then she went on to serve Dany, obviously. and be her trusted advisor and handmaiden. So she also, you know, sparked a relationship with Grey Worm. But I mean, she always stayed true to Dany. Again, I guess I just really like loyalty. She's very loyal, right? And it was like, she was like her best friend and confidant and, you know, her everything, her ride or die.
Yes.
Oh, she died though.
She died though.
Oh, man.
Well, it was one or the other.
That's true.
Rode for a while, did.
Well, Dany died too.
Yeah.
Man, and let's move on. Let's go to your number 3.
My number 3 is Tormund.
Yeah!
How could he not be one of your favorite supporting characters? The comic relief for sure. He's just so, but then also like that nastiness, that grittiness, like
when he was explaining when he like was having the giant's milk
on
the breastfeeding.
Yes. He was
so matter of fact about it.
On the teat. That's how he became so strong.
And big.
It's a great story. And just the way he drinks and like it just falls down his beard.
Unapologetic.
He's a good looking guy too.
And he's easy on the eyes.
So I'll like clean him up a little bit though.
Not the beard. I like the beard.
No, I didn't say shave. I just clean.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like take a bath?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm so glad that you chose him too.
But definitely the humor. And then just the way he pined after Brienne, I can't. That was just
Who wanted nothing to do with him?
Beautiful.
My favorite line of all his lines is the Boog Woman still here? That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Love you, Tormund. Yay! He made your list too. Sure. Okay, cool. Number 2. My number 2 favorite supporting character of Game of Thrones is Jorah Mormont. Oh. You know, another supporter of Dany.
Yes.
And just all around good guy.
Yeah.
He started out being exiled from Westeros, as we know, and then he swore his loyalty to Dany, and kind of like helped her adapt to the Dothraki lifestyle. You know, yeah, because you know that was intense to be thrown into that world, and he was always there by your side, and he got the grayscale, and then he beat that. So cool.
Survivor.
He's a survivor, right? And he remained loyal to Dany till the end. Went down fighting. He died defending her, and I love him, and he's really beautiful to look at.
He is not bad.
Yeah.
In addition.
Exactly. Another reason. So, Jorah Mormont, my number 2.
Oh, I love that.
Thanks. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is cousin of Jorah, Lady Lyanna Mormont.
Oh, little cutie pie. But scary and terrifying.
She is scary. Yeah. She's serious. She's strong.
Yes, she
Don't want to mess with her, but every single time we saw her on the screen, she was just like fierce.
Yeah, for sure.
And even down to like the final season when she took out that giant.
Oh my gosh, one of the best scenes.
The way she went out was just like how she would want to go out. I think that's like, you know, the consensus, and so I just love her.
Exactly. I totally agree with you, which is why she's my number 1.
And when they were fighting, like, oh, no way!
She's my number 1 favorite supporting character of Game of Thrones for the reasons that you mentioned, obviously. But you know what's so funny? She's like very, very young. Obviously, she's like this little girl. She like never broke that. You never like saw that she was a little girl. Like she scared me half to death. She has these like these older tough men that she's like, you know, ordering around, and they're like, whatever you say.
Yes.
I mean, that's a fierce young lady. Very inspiring. She came along a little later in the series, but she was
yeah, she's good.
Amazing. Oh, one of the best characters. Yeah,
she was only supposed to be in 1 episode, but everybody like fell in love with her, so they were like, we need to write her back in.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The actress Bella Ramsey, she was just as cool in real life too. But yeah, I just like that, you know, she stayed loyal to Jon in the North, and she was all about the North. And also, I like that I have 2 Mormonts on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that you had her on your list too, because she stood out to me like so much. Like I was just every time I watch her, I'd be like, wow, you are something special, lady.
I know.
Yeah.
Every single time. Every second.
Exactly. Yeah. And then of course she died bravely.
I know.
You know, she killed the giant White Walker, and she doesn't break. She doesn't crack. She's like being crushed to death, and she stabs him, and
no, totally.
But yes, a very appropriate ending for her. Yeah. Okay, so you ready to reveal your number 1?
I am.
Okay, let's do it.
You're gonna like her.
Okay.
You're gonna be glad I put her on.
Okay, I'm so excited.
It's Lady Olenna Tyrell.
Yay!
She's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I was like, we can't forget her. Like every single time on the screen too, she just has like the zinger,
Spitfire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. And even the way she went out when she like was like, tell Cersei I did it.
Oh my gosh.
She's good.
She's super
just like
cool.
A little mastermind of events. I just think she's fantastic.
I agree with that. That's a good one too, yeah.
Yes.
We have some good supporting characters. There's a lot.
There's so many.
Yeah.
That was difficult.
But yes, but fun nonetheless.
Yeah.
Aw, Lady Tyrell. Bless her heart.
Feisty.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing who your favorite supporting characters are. So please leave us a comment and let us know. And as always, will you please, like and subscribe because we love you and we'd appreciate it. And you get your Game of Thrones fix by watching these, so you're welcome. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time for our Fab Five. Bye-bye.